there ever been an instance when you felt that the media portrayed a Town of Cary council decision in a way that swayed public opinion?
Swayed, maybe not, but it influenced, or yeah. I don't know if y'all are old enough to remember the Christmas tree issue in town. For years, the town of Cary called the Christmas tree the holiday tree, trying to be all-inclusive and stuff. But in trying to be all-inclusive, they excluded the Christians and those that celebrate Christmas. Me and some other council members thought it would be a good idea to actually call the Christmas tree a Christmas tree. The way that was reported in the media led folks to believe that we were actually going to stop calling it a Christmas tree and start calling it a holiday tree. That ticked people off. And it actually made Fox News. We got emails from California, Canada, Puerto Rico. I mean, I got a folder of hundreds of emails, basically people calling us idiots. Mm-hmm. And it was because the way the media portrayed it. They didn't come out and give all the information. It was just a sensationalized headline to freak people out. Once people realized what we were trying to do, they were all cool with it, you know. But what they also don't tell you is we also have a Jewish celebration in town. We also have the Diwali festival and a lot of Indian celebrations over at the Kokobuth Amphitheater. I just didn't really understand what the issue with calling a Christmas tree was, you know. It's almost like you're not going to call the Jewish menorah a candlestick. You know, it's a menorah. So that is one thing I can remember where the media got it wrong and made a lot of people really angry for no reason. On the state level, I go back to education. They're just not reporting the facts on that one correctly. Still have a lot of catching up to do on funding education. We can do a lot better. You all have probably heard the narrative that the state is 49th in the nation as far as funding education. We're worse than Mississippi or whatever, you know? Not when you look at state dollars. In North Carolina, education is funded via the state and local governments and federal. When you look at just state funding, North Carolina ranks 11th in the nation for education funding. So those people that are maybe upset that that the state's not spending enough on education might want to focus their anger on the county commissioners or the federal government more so than the state, because the state's doing more than most. They just don't tell you that.
Do you think the media is generally accurate in their portrayal of politicians?
No. Again, I think the media is going to prop up who they want to win and try to tear down who they want to lose. And it's nothing new. They've been doing that forever. So I think it's just a little... In today's world where you've got, 24/7 news coverage, the internet and social media and all that, it's just a lot easier to do it and you hear about it a lot more.
I think there are instances when it is justifiable the media to withhold information from the public, particularly with politics?
At the national level, yes. I think when it's a matter of national security. Say for example, the U.S. is engaging a mission overseas for whatever reason, whether that be to rescue hostages or take out a bad guy or something like that, and the media knows about it ahead of time or they found out. I don't think they should be reporting that ahead of time. I mean, you could really put a lot of people's lives in jeopardy that way. And then also personal stuff. If an elected official's son is arrested shoplifting at Target, is that really news, or are we just trying to make that politician look bad? If that guy or girl's going through a nasty divorce, does that need to play out in the media? No. So I think personal and family issues and stuff should not be reported on. I don't care if who's having an affair, who's sleeping with who, or whatever. At the end of the day, that to me doesn't really matter as far as that person trying to do their job. We all have issues in our personal lives. I think we all don't want that to play out on the 6 o'clock news. And I think that's one reason a lot of good people don't run for office, is they don't want to live under a microscope. It's who wants to do a job that pays pretty much nothing, and you've got the media tailing you the entire time, waiting for you to do something stupid. What was it the other? Pat McCrory, the governor, he was showing up to a meeting and went to sit down and made an oops and slipped and didn't sit in the chair right and he fell on his butt. That was everywhere, just to make fun of the poor guy. We've all fallen down before. I mean, it's not a, but it's just another shot at him. And that goes across party lines, Democrats, Republicans, any of them. I mean, just personal type stuff I think should be off limits. I think families should be off limits, kids, those kinds of things. But unfortunately, it's kind of become a gotcha society. And anything that people can do to get a leg up on somebody else, they're going to try and use it. And it's sad.
Any are some of the policies that you believe should be implemented in order to improve the validity of the image that the media portrays of politicians?
I don't think there's any government policies that should be implemented. I don't think the governments should have any control over the media. I think it's up to the governments, if the media is reporting incorrect, to get the truth out. But, we have freedom of speech in this country, and everybody's entitled to say what they want to say, whether it's true or not. Mm-hmm. You have the right to not listen to it or turn it off. I think government control over the media is a very slippery slope and not something I would support. I mean, that's the kind of stuff you see in communist countries like Russia or China and stuff. That's just bad.